there's a lot of legends and people in the music industry and any creative industry who will say that the creative process is a really selfish one, and that you're not in the creative process to make something for other people, even though it is a gift in the end. But most artists are not in there going, oh, they're going to love this bit or they're going to love this bit. You go deep into yourself, you see what's there, you rip yourself apart, you put yourself back together, you follow the inspiration, whatever it is a completely self-immersed, selfish in the good sense experience, I find, for the artists that I know and my own self. And then once you are truly satisfied and feel really great with the work and you put it out into the world, then you can let it go and say, hey, for whoever connects to it, here's my offering, right? That being said, now that you're in that place where it's out in the world and you've had that creative process happen, what do you think you hope people get from listening to Kite to Camden?
Well, I love that you...
Or do you can you even fathom, or is that anything you can even really imagine?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of answers there. I mean, the first one is I love that you talk about how personal creation is. And I love a crafts person. I love somebody who can, oh, I'm sorry. My dog is here and is creating havoc.
She has a
right
little
now.
bit of a hurt leg, so she's kind of wobbly.
Olga
Give her some love.
is making an appearance off camera here, and she's also affecting the camera. So anybody who's an animal lover there will totally understand what's happening. But the audio seems to be working well, at least this time around.
Woohoo!
So to answer this question, yes, I think that the most transcendent art starts with a degree of self-centeredness in a way, and meaning you've got to dig deep enough into yourself to find the most personal things that you can convey. But the caveat there is you also have to craft it in a way that other people can understand, because art is about communication. If you are going to make something so fucking cryptic that it takes people 15 listens, that's a wonderful experience. Some artists do that. That's not me. I don't always make things that are accessible on the first listen, but 2 to 3 listens, I believe that it will sink into you in a way that you won't forget. So that's kind of how I like to create. And there is that balance between being as self-involved as you can to bring out everything that's within you, but remembering that you're doing it for other people. There's a line in all caps that I say, sometimes I have to remind myself to think about other people. It's like my mind is the church and I can't see past the steeple. And that just means you get caught within yourself. And some of my music has definitely had that sense of being so insular that it was harder to get into. And some was by design and some was by accident, and I didn't quite know what I was doing. My latest music, but especially this album, is to me an achievement of being able to strike that balance between being super, super personal and super accessible and understandable. People are getting the lyrics right out of the gate, which I absolutely love, and it's meshing with the music in an amazing way. And quick side note, for the last almost decade, I have not written a single song with a gender-specific pronoun. And I say that because I believe that everybody gets something different out of what they listen to. So I can tell you what every song means to me, one-to-one. I'm happy to do that. Ask me and I'll tell you again. But I also believe somebody might listen to one of those songs and say, oh, this means this to me. And I love that even more because then it becomes personal to them. And so me taking out things like gender pronouns or knowing when to be specific and when to be universal so that people can get in there and really connect with it, it means more to me that you might think that Eat Salvation is about, I don't know, a cereal named Salvation, whatever, than what it really means to me, which then we have that conversation and then you might gain more insight, but I might gain as much insight from you.